Всем привет, это канал Shadow Game. С вами играет Фриск. Если у кого есть желание, может подсоединяться к игре. Я никогда не был против. Ссылки есть в описании Дискорда. Так что, кто хочет, может написать, присоединиться. Без каких-либо проблем.
Always ready to help.
А нет, мы сначала пойдем по основному сюжету. У нас же открылось задание.
Come on, help us out here. We have deadlines to meet.
You know the rules. No one's allowed inside.
Сейчас 2:37, где-то в 5:30 начнем прохождение. Продолжим, точнее, прохождение Ghostwire Tokyo.
Honor and faith to you, my friend. We are nearly ready to depart. My Lord Varen requested that Tharn and Snowlily join us, for safety's sake. Though I have seen fewer places as tranquil as the Valley of Blades. An old friend, Kasura, dwells there. Before I was captured, I placed an enchanted ring in her keeping. The ring is a key of sorts. Without it, we will not be able to open the secret chamber where the Amulet of Kings lies hidden. She was my first mentor and instructor, a true master of blades. She still trains young swordsmen in the valley, though she deems worthy of her instruction.
I'll open a portal to hasten your journey.
Я открываю портал, чтобы ускорить ваше путешествие. Открывай, открывай.
Do you smell the scent of burning embers in the air? Oh, we may be in for a treat if Kasura is teaching the firewalk.
Куда нам идти?
The Abbey is just down the path. We're fortunate that my Lord Varen opened a portal for us. This landslide appears to have blocked the valley's only approach.
Что могло его
I
вызвать?
cannot say. I've never known these
Ну
mountains.
пошли тогда.
It is strange to return to these mountains. Memories of youth flood my mind.
Тоже
Each
мне.
one bringing its own sorrow or its own smile. What is this? The Abbey burns.
Незнайка.
You must find Kasura.
So much destruction. What could have done this?
I'm afraid I've seen this before. Keep an eye skyward, Titanborn.
Saisahan. Intruders. Cultists. They attacked the Abbey.
Kasura,
So
are you
many of
injured?
my students have fallen.
What happened? The Abbey is in ruins, Kasura. How could they?
Gigantic beast. Like nothing I've ever seen. Cultists. They're opening rifts to oblivion.
Save your strength, Kasura. We will make them pay. I promise you.
What do you think? Trap?
It's only a trap if you don't know about it. I assume everything is a trap, therefore, it's a challenge.
In the name of Moloch Baal, come forth and destroy his enemies! Heed me, Daedric minions, and obey! Hosts of Oblivion, come forth and feast.
Titan returns.
Хорошо, что меня никто не успевает задеть.
Sai-Sahan and company at last. My pet has been waiting for you.
Eye skyward. Here it comes.
You need to keep moving.
How many more of your friends must die, Sai-Sahan? Where is the amulet of kings?
Нет, дай-ка я повышусь. 4, 4, 4.
Kasura is it?
Максимальный запас здоровья увеличивается. Да, надо качать ее.
Well fought. Sai-Sahan travels with worthy companions. Follow me. The hidden entrance will not be obvious.
Why would a crypt need a secret entrance?
It's a wonder there's an unplundered crypt in all of Skyrim. You Nords could learn a thing or two from the builders of Hammerfell.
Perhaps Hammerfell could also teach Nibene the virtue of good manners.
Here we are. Watch your step as you descend.
I can feel the presence of my ancestors whenever I come here. I am burdened with a great responsibility to honor their sacrifice and uphold their I, along with some of the most renowned sword singers who ever lived. We must tread carefully. We both thought it would be well protected in the Valley of Blades. The most gifted young swordsmasters of Hammerfell are invited to train with Kasura. The town was bristling with strength and steel before the Titans showed up. I cannot say. Perhaps someone told him of my past. Perhaps he pried the memory from me during my time in the Halls of Torment. Either way, I am to blame for the valley's destruction. No one I love will be safe until Mana Marco has been dealt with. And I shall need a proper weapon. Kasura said that my father's greatsword lies with the ring. It seems proper that I should wield it in his honor. Tread lightly. Few living have been permitted to walk among these honored dead.
Go back to the harborage.
Посуда, а где она? Она снаружи или где? Нет. Посуда, ты где? Вот, посуда.
The ring is yours. Thank you. But I cannot leave the Valley of Blades. I must bury the dead and tend to the wound.
I knew you would lead me to the ring eventually. Give it to me. Give me the ring, and I might spare your pathetic lives.
We struck down your Titan and we'll strike you down soon enough.
The Titan is a prelude of what's to come if you continue to defy me.
Defy you? Your delusions of godhood are laughable, you ignominious corpse herder.
Very well then. I'll simply take the ring from your corpses.
Defeat is worse. Give them everything you've got.
The next time you hide something from the most powerful necromancer in all of Tamriel, you might reconsider hiding it in a bloody tomb.
Самый могущественный некромант Тамриэля — это я, и не надо тут, блин, зубы заговаривать.
souls of my ancestors. I will avenge Manimarco's blasphemy.
Тай, ты где? Эстура. А где Сай? Куда делся? Саем, Сахаем. А, вот ты. А куда ты, блин,
The
пропал?
ring is ours for the time being. Guard it well. You must return to the harborage and give it to Lord Varen. It will remain safe in his keeping until it is time to travel to Sanctuary. Lord Varen has been observing our progress. He will open a portal for you to return.
Did you need something?
Спасибо, дед.
In my mind's eye, I witnessed your battle with the worm cult and with the undead Unsay abominations. Your mission was successful, was it not? I witnessed the Titans.
Shore's bomb. Is this really it? Where's the... I'm dead, aren't I? No? That giant took me by surprise. Wrecked my wagon on the road and clubbed me so hard I swear I was swimming in the sky. Lucky, I guess.
Ну, в Скайриме же, когда великан тебя иногда бьет, ты прям улетал в небо. Отсылочка.
So Filgor poisoned his
Meet me
own
at the
brother.
harborage. We are ready to
And he
reclaim the
expects
Amulet
Lords
of
to
Kings.
follow him. He's more foolish than I imagined.
Ну давай возьмем уже здесь задание. Посмотрим, в чем здесь начало.
Well, what is it? I'm organizing our defenses here. If you need supplies, talk to Gary in the tapped vein. The King's Arrow? Well met, my friend. The town's under constant threat, and a horde of Reachmen took over the mine and sealed themselves inside. Rizish is trying to break into the mine. We've got people trapped in there, and we need to understand what in oblivion the Reach are up to. Rizish is a clever little lizard. If anyone can find a way past their magics, she can. I'll answer what I can. Be brief, though. There's still much to do. No, I'm proud to ride with the companions, Isgramor's heirs. Hollowstone Hall is our lair, just north of town. Always happy to wield our blades in service of the Pact. Shaw's bones. You've never heard of the 500? The companions are the brave warriors that rode with legendary Isgramor in the battles to conquer Skyrim. We are their descendants, by blood and by bond. Let's see. Saved the High King from poison, fought a horde of orcs to a standstill, stood with the Pact at a high moot, and ensured the Alliance didn't shatter. Nah, haven't heard of you at all. Tribal clans from far to the west, up against the border with High Rock. Areas called the Reach, so Reachmen. They're nasty. Been giving the Jarls trouble for generations. I have no idea what they're doing so far from their clan holdings. Bone Shaper. Worst.
Понятно. Пока никто мне ничего давать не хочет.
The river runs with poison here. You'll want to stay back while we work our way in. Sk. The Reach vermin hide behind their magical shield. We must bring it down for the outside town. Dark shamans imbue bodies with corrupt magicka. Take this talisman. Use it to remove the... Too few have the strength to oppose them. The other mages and I have been trying to force our way inside. We've been preparing. Mysticism respond. They are. That's right.
And so we've come full circle. Perhaps, but I wonder, will history repeat itself or rewrite itself? In truth, I fear using the amulet again. Its power is both great and terrible. Destiny can crush us both. It was a holy city in the First Era, founded by Queen Alessia. It is in the mountains of...
I adore books. They're like magical keys that open up worlds and change perspective.
The time has come for us to enter the catacombs of Sancretor. Do not underestimate the dangers that await us. In ages past, Sancretor was a place of light, but I fear that is no longer the case. We must be prepared for anything. I have been through much, but this body is tougher than the great oaks of Valenwood. I go with neither hope nor fear. It is useless to guess at a future that has yet to be written. You may hope if you wish, my friend. I will not judge. My Lord Varen will open a gateway to Sancretor. The amulet lies in a...
Любите же вы поговорить.
The portal is open. Go now. Return with the amulet of kings.
You could have hidden that amulet anywhere in Tamriel, and this was your first choice?
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Brilliant. Why is it that the people with the most ridiculous ideas are always the ones who are most certain of them?
Shut up,
Shut up,
Tharn.
Tharn.
What brings you to Sancretor, old friend? Looking for an amulet, perhaps?
Marco, how did you find this plate?
Do you really think I'd allow you to escape the halls of torment if I couldn't track your every move?
Sai, no! Menimarco, stop! You're killing him!
Where is the Amulet of Kings? My master, Molag Bal, demands it.
Your master, please. You would use the amulet to betray Molag Bal.
Fool! When I ascended, you could have been at my right hand, Tharn. Instead, you chose to align yourself with mongrels and imbeciles. Now, you'll die with them.
You won't get away with this. Do you really think you can betray a Daedric prince?
With the Amulet of Kings, all things are possible. Nations will tremble and bow before me. I will be a god!
The Amulet of Kings will never be yours. It is protected by a ward of the Divines!
You mean your ward of Stendar, god of merciful forbearance, patron of gutless, law-abiding dimwits? It won't even slow me down.
Menimarco has been watching our every move. We led him right to the amulet. Menimarco may be powerful enough to break through Stendar's ward eventually. If we can get to the shrines quickly and receive Stendar's blessing, we can pass through the ward, but leave it in place. He may not be able to follow for some time. We must make our way...
Sai, are you well enough to continue?
Have no fear, Snow Lily. I am Redguard. We are like mountain bamboo. Far stronger and more flexible than we might appear. Through that gate lies the Crypt of Heroes. We can enter if you wish, but it is a foul place where the dead are restless and angry.
Persistent, aren't you? Do you really think you can keep me from acquiring the
Amulet of Kings is under the protection of Stendar's ward. It will never be yours.
Ah, Sai. You still don't understand, do you? My plan will succeed because of your ward of Stendar. It will prevent Molag Bal from observing or interfering. By the time the ward is down and the amulet is mine, it will already be too late.
You're insane if you think you can betray the god of schemes.
Naive child. You know nothing. Chimel Adabal, the red diamond at the center of the Amulet of Kings, is the most powerful soul gem ever created. With the amulet in my possession, I will absorb Morlock Baal's power, reducing him to an empty husk of ethereal flesh. Then I will trap his essence within the gem. In time, the name Morlock Baal will be forgotten. In time, all of Tamriel will bow down before me. Soon, the god of schemes will have a new name. Manimar.
No remorse!
As a god. Please, a moment, my friends. I must rest before we continue. I'll be fine, Snow Lily. I just need a moment to catch my breath.
Take all the time you need. I'll keep watch. If there's anything I can do, just name it.
An enchanting moment. I'll be over here bringing up my lunch.
Zed's tears. I thought I could handle this. Minimarco's sorcery brought back all of the pain and doubt I felt inside the halls of torment. I have pushed my body much further than this. It is my mind that pains me. Minimarco filled my head with shattered memories. They're like broken glass. With every beat of my heart, they stab into me. That voice, Minimarco's voice, taunted me over and over in an endless cycle for years on end. I will make it through this, my friend. I did not endure years of torture in the halls of torment only to give up now. We must consecrate. The shrine is on the far side of the room. Quickly, we must find our way across.
I have a surprise for you, sire. Do you remember your fallen comrades in the cycle? I've taken the liberty of raising them, and they're quite anxious to see you.
Again, King of Worlds smiles at the memory. I have no wish to disfigure the corpses of my old comrades of the Dragon Guard. We must consecrate the shrine. Stendar, God of mercy, charity, and justice, empower us with your wisdom and vision. Help us to right the wrongs of this world through your grace and with your guidance. Encourage us as we smite the wicked and punish the unjust. Now, We have only to consecrate the second shrine before we can enter the vault.
For glory! That's got it!
You certainly did a thorough job hiding the amulet, Sai. Couldn't you have just stuffed it in a mattress or something?
The second shrine is in the chamber beyond. There is a trick to reaching it. A puzzle of sorts. I do not recall the solution. The altar is on the far side, but to reach it, the drawbridge must be lowered.
А, есть четвертый.
You did it! The bridge is down!
Конечно, у меня получилось.
Kill them!
These consecrations, to beseech you to lower your wards and grant us safe passage to the Vault of Kings.
Come on, get out of there! You can't rely on magic. Change your strategy. To arms! The day is ours. Stuck or choosing to remain still.
Dank corridors, crumbling walls, nauseating smells. This place has all the charm of a Riften brothel. It must feel very much like home to you, Titan.
You mean a crypt filled with the rotting corpses of inbred kings and failed statesmen? Must be what it's like at a Tharn family reunion.
Your pathetic efforts will not succeed. The Amulet of Kings will be
I
mine.
swear by Stendar's grace and the sword of my father, you will not win, Anamarco.
Soon, you will know the extent of my power and bow before me.
I swear by Stendar's grace and the sword of my father, you will not win, Anamarco. Soon, you will know the extent of my power and bow before me.
Soon, you will know the extent of my power and bow before me. Soon, you will know the extent of my power and bow before me. Soon, you will know the extent of my power and bow before me. Soon, you will know the extent of my power and bow before me. Through the power of the Amulet of Kings, I will be transformed. All the nations of Tamriel will bow before me. They will worship me and beg for my mercy. All will know the name of Manimarco as their one true god.
You'll never get away with it, Manimarco. We'll fight you to our last breath.
By all means, my old friends. Try and stop me.
I am not afraid of you. That's the last of them.
The door to the shrines have been consecrated in Stendarr's name. Now you must use the Ring of Stendarr's mercy to open the vault door. Stand in the casting.
Is there something I can do? What's on your mind?
Look.
How can I help?
I can see it from here.
You have no power left. Use a potion.
Miserable fools. You are nothing. I am Manimarco.
Keep Manimarco occupied. I'll close the portal.
Minions, arise! Obey me!
I will hold them at the portal. Focus on Manimarco.
I'm tired of these games.
He's weakening.
The
Don't
day will
stop
be
now.
ours.
Do you really think that death can stop the most powerful necromancer Tamriel has ever known. This is merely a transition. My first step towards true immortality. Now witness my true power! Watch as I rise up from the grave and ascend to godhood!
Worm! You think you can betray the Lord of Brutality and Domination without consequence? You will pay for your arrogance. You will writhe in agony for the rest of eternity. Your tortured screams will echo throughout oblivion to serve as a warning to others.
Получил он по заслугам. Попу-то ему надрали. Попа затрещала по швам.
It is done. The Amulet of Kings is ours once again. Manamaka will pay dearly for the rest of eternity. One cannot out-scheme the god of schemes without paying a heavy price. I cannot imagine the torment that awaits him. Sai Sahan must rest, as must we all. We can sleep a little easier knowing the King of Worms has been defeated, but we cannot rest too long. Molag Bal is still a great threat, and the plane melt must be stopped, or this will all be for naught. I've not forgotten Vestige. It is another piece of the puzzle, and we shall address it in due time. But for now, let us rest and recover. As always, I will contact you soon. Walk in the light, Vestige.
You're never content to rest on your laurels. I admire that.
Companions assemble once more.
The rude people, the noise,
Travel to the harbor.
chaos.
It is time
Is
for
it
our
strange that
final
I find it
preparation.
comfortable?
Да вы заколебали. Вы дадите мне нормально рифт закончить. Начать хотя бы. Не говоря уже закончить.
They're having an important meeting and asked if I give them some privacy. I mean, do you believe it? Where's the trust? Pop on out to the rubbish tip, Cadwell.
Welcome back, Vestige. News of Manimarco's demise spreads far and wide. Like worms, his followers burrow deep into the earth to escape the searing light of the coming dawn. As ever, straight to the point. You've done the impossible. The King of Worms has been consumed by the wrath of Molag Bal. The power of his worm cult is broken forever. That is the grim truth of the matter. But the Amulet of Kings is in our possession, and there is still much to do. In my sleep, I hear his tormented screams, and Molag Bal... Behold the fate of the King of Worms.
Please, no more! It was a misunderstanding, Great One! Let me serve you! Let me prove my loyalty! No more, I beg of you!
Manimarco's torment will be endless. The god of schemes will use him to set an example. All who follow him will know you cannot hope to betray the greatest of betrayers. I cannot help but pity him, despite all he has done. But this is not why you were called here, Vestige. Come, Saisahan will speak with you first.
The greatest of the Sword Saints, Divad, tells us that destiny's a chain, forged one link at a time. Our chain is nearly complete. There is but one link remaining. It is you, my friend. You are the link. I will not bore you with effusive praise, but state it plainly. You are a great warrior and a trusted friend. And we would like to extend you. When Emperor Varen first brought the 5 companions together, he did so in the hope of creating a Tamriel where all men could live freely and safely beneath one banner. The 5 companions failed, betrayed from within by one of our own, the Worm King Manimarco. All that came after was the result of one man's treachery. Now 4 of the 5 are reunited to right that great wrong, but destiny requires a 5th. We want you to join us as our 5th member. You were the champion we should have had with us back then. My lord, with your permission.
You needn't call me that anymore, Saisahan. We are equals now.
All those years ago, when we fought beneath our lord's banner to free the Empire from the Longhouse Emperors, we did so with a dream of freedom and peace in mind. Not just for the Empire, but for all of Tamriel. Together, we forged a fellowship stronger than any blade, only to see it shattered upon the rocks of deceit by one of our own. That fellowship is no more. Yet we 4 have assembled here, united by a single purpose. It is not vengeance that drives us, but truth and loyalty and justice. I, Saisahan, steward of the Abbey of Blades, call for the 5 companions to be reforged this day by the light of Stendarr and the heart of Lorcan. May our blade of fellowship be forged anew, and may the Vestige, our mutual friend and ally, become its tip, that we may thrust it straight into the heart of a Daedric prince.
Saisahan is right. You are the member that we should have had all those years ago.
It is as the scrolls foretold. The soulless one will become the brightest of 5 stars, and they shall guide us to the coming dawn.
Oh, please, you melodramatic sots. Fine, fine. If seeing one of your foolish prophecies come true will help to ensure the safety of the Empire, I'll play along.
Stand united once more. The 5 companions are reforged, and together we will strike down the God of Schemes!
Come here, my friend. I've got a few things I want to say before you go. It's been a long road, hasn't it? My father used to say that if you avoid all of life's abrasions, you'll never be polished enough to shine. I've been thinking about our adventures and the hardships we've faced together. We're in the last leg of this journey, aren't we? I don't regret any of it, but it occurs to me that we haven't had much of a chance to talk as friends. Where do you see yourself going after all of this is over? I mean, assuming we survive, get your soul back, and stop Molag Bal. Traveling is a humbling experience. You see firsthand what a small place you occupy in the world. Funny thing is, the farther you go, the harder it is to return. But when you do, if you do, you get to see the place you came from with new eyes. Me? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to Skyrim and settle down. Squeeze out a few whelps. Maybe raise sheep or grow... What? No! Can you imagine it? Lyris Titanborn, shepherd, farmer? You're a hard heart, eh? No regrets, no tears, no doubts. Don't look back unless you're planning to head in that direction. I guess that's exactly the kind of person we need right now. Oh, lots of things. Friends lost. Missed. One last thing. You like mead? I knew I liked you. So, let's toast. To Molag Bal, that ugly skeever. May his privates be infected with brown rot fever. Let's not forget the struggles that got us to this point. We're almost home. We just have a bit further to fight.
Are you all insane? You do realize what we need to do, right? We have to fight a Daedric prince. Amulet or no, this is going to mean more death. Vestige, come here. I'll tell you what they're afraid to mention. Getting all chummy with Titanborn? I enjoy the company of clever, well-informed people. You really should try it sometime. So, you felled the great Manimarco. Well played. You've done. The farmer doesn't thank the cow when it voids itself on the field, but it still makes the crops grow taller. I suppose it is. But that wasn't the reason for this heartwarming reunion. Varen and I have spoken at length since you recovered the amulet, and have determined our final course of action. Molag Bal remains a threat, and Tamriel is still in grave danger. First, the plane meld must be... Then, and only then, can you take the fight. I know more about with the amulet. The ritual we... Only if we... Calling upon the... More specific. Of course it is. The fact of the matter stands, however. One of the five will need to give their life to fuel this attack, when the time comes.
So you said before the vestige arrived. And I've already thought it over. I'll do it.
Snow Lily, no. You should not need to give your life this way. This is my duty. Penance for my numerous failures. This is my chance to make things right.
The scroll said nothing of this moment, and so I am not bound to their dictates. Vestige, I ask that you let me do this one thing. All that has happened was because of my hubris. I shall be the one.
Sire, you've done enough. This was Manimarco's doing, not yours.
As the one who will fight the Daedric Prince, the Vestige should decide.
I don't see you leaping to volunteer, Tharn. Saving your own backside again?
Hard as it may be, Lyris, don't be an idiot. I'm the only one who knows the ritual, and we don't have time to teach anyone else.
That's enough. It won't be decided here and now. Vestige, come here. I have some final words for you. It appears we have come full circle, Vestige. That millions of others may live, yes. Do not be troubled. Any one of us would gladly make such a sacrifice. As Tharn has said, there are already plans in motion to infiltrate Cold Harbor. You must be part of them. The chains that anchor us to oblivion draw us ever closer. They must be severed once and for all. When the plane meld has been thwarted and the dust has settled, the five companions will gather one last time to face our destinies. The god of schemes must be stopped, Vestige. That is the only thing that matters now.
Сейчас я в туалет.
Ah, good. I found you. Speak with me a moment, if you would. Greetings, Adept. Good to see you in person. I am Vana Scalarian, head of the Mages Guild you so ably serve. I have need of your... Yes. I want you to meet...
Пять.
The Dread Lady described you well. Come and speak with me.
Прологи после основного сюжета делают.
I wouldn't want to live in a world without magic. That would be a world without mystery, and a world without faith.
Well, well, if it isn't the hero of the pact, glad you made it. I'm the leader of the Hidden Armigers. If you've heard of us, we haven't been doing our jobs. The Armigers do the pact's dirty work. Sometimes that involves agents from the Morag Tong and other secret organizations, like Nari. She owes me a favor. It's a long series of stories we don't have time for. That crazy Altman wants to organize a secret meeting of the Alliance leaders in neutral territory. He'll be little details, making sure... Turns out I'm glad you came, Virion. I'm calling in that favor.
You mean you called me here without knowing if you needed me, Thrush? Ugh. What's the favor?
I need you to contact the other spy networks. The Eyes of the Queen of the Aldmeri Dominion, and the Ring of Daggers in the Daggerfall Covenant.
Contact. You do me with the tips of my daggers. Repeatedly, right?
No. This is a diplomacy thing. No killing.
Apologies for my lateness.
Waste of a favor, Thrush. Should have asked for something your lackeys couldn't do. We're even after this, you know.
I know, but this is important. Thanks, Naryu. I'll even ride with you as far as Oradon. Let's go.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has come to take the fight to Cold Harbor. But trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces. And if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it as a betrayal. For both guilds, our neutrality is our strength. We can't afford to take sides. The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Cold Harbor without making themselves vulnerable. I want to bring all three leaders together, maybe cut a deal. You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected, you have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they leap at each other's throats. In short, you're the perfect diplomat. I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories. An island called Sturk. That's all I am. Greatly esteemed Queen Irene Arana Aldmeri, it is my great honor to present to you...
Varnus, you're so formal. I remember the patience and kindness you showed an awkward, freckled waif all those years ago on fair Somerset. You captured this child's heart then, and it remains with you to this day.
You warm an old man's heart, my queen. I remember well those halcyon days.
As do I, my old friend. Sorry about all these guards. I'm told they're necessary. These are dark days.
A wise precaution, my queen. My counsel would be no different. If you'll permit it, my companion would like to speak with you.
Ah, yes. Let me meet this hero I've heard so much about. It's not often the heroic deeds of one who by all rights should be considered an enemy reach my ears. Come, let's talk. Varnus is a dear man. In many ways, he is family to me. Since he has given you his trust, I'm willing to set aside our differences. But under different circumstances, you and I would be sworn enemies. Well spoken and point taken. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to meet you. Your exploits are legendary. A true champion is like a stone cast upon the waters of history. The ripples it creates travel far and wide. Humility is a noble thing, but you must also remain strong and self-assured. A true champion is also history's pawn, and history is a cruel and unfeeling master. But enough philosophy. What did you wish to speak with me about? And you need all three of the Alliance leaders to attend this meeting? A bold suggestion. I like it. Very well. I make no promises with regards to the negotiations themselves, but I will attend. That much I promise.
That went well, I think. To Wayrest.
Tell the lovely Donmer, Naryu, that she is very welcome to disguise herself as a serving girl and show off.
Esteemed High King Emmerich, I thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I would not presume to waste your time without good reason.
We've known each other for some time, Master Galerion. You aren't known for your capricious whims. Tell me though, who is your companion?
Your Majesty, this is Skald King Yoren's personal representative, here to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
The Skald King sends his personal champion into his enemy's stronghold? Either he has a lot of faith in you, or he's trying to get you killed. I'm intrigued. Come, let us speak. Bella's legs, but you are a bold one. Even the bards of Wayrest sing of your exploits. I must confess, I had hoped to meet you one day. We sharpen our blades on the same whetstone, if you take my meaning. Tell me then, is it madness that drives you to barge in here like this? Or perhaps you're here to surrender on behalf of your people. If that's the case, I accept. That's a bit of a dreary subject, but I prefer that over some angry line like, "I've come here to kill you, Your Majesty." I'm glad you didn't say that. So you want to talk about everyone's favorite Daedric prince, then? What of him? Ha! I'm sorry. I think I must have misheard you. For a moment, I thought you were saying you wanted to battle a Daedric prince. That would be especially funny if you wanted my help. So, what was it you really meant to say? That would be utter madness. But I do like the thought of seeing that next to my name in the history books. All right. If Irene and Yoren agree to attend, I'll be there. If this is an assassination attempt, though, I'm taking you with me.
Give my
What's
best.
on your mind? I'm listening.
Tell him I hope we can dance again soon.
I didn't... We have...
So, you've been mingling with the enemy, have you, Daria? Just so you know, I already knew.
All three leaders have agreed to join us on Sturk. Now comes the tricky part. Individual. Everything's... Then, with your...
The word has been given.
A moment, please. I'll wait for you on the other side.
The Reaper's March chapter sends...
Representative Captain Alfari is in charge of security on Sturk. He assures us that all is well there, but keep your wits about you. Good luck.
Welcome to the island of Sturk. Representatives from all three alliances are gathering at the meeting place. It's just up ahead, through the ruin. I'm told they'll be arriving. I don't envy... 2 kings and a queen with barely a thimble of patience between them. Reaching a compromise will be no small task, I promise you. Look! It's Lady Laurent!
Careful with that, you clumsy fool. Do hurry it up. We're missing everything.
I never weary of your charms.
The summit is just ahead.
Vanus Galerion as I live and breathe. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had no idea the summit was to be held on the legendary island of Sturk.
It seemed a fitting choice. It was here that the leaders of the First Era assembled the All-Flags Navy to do battle with the Slode.
I can't wait to see what surprises Molag Bal's realm has in store for us.
We are waging war, not embarking on a sightseeing expedition, milady.
Fear not, Vanus. I can take care of myself and my useless lump of a manservant. Stibbins, haven't you finished tying those bags yet? Oh, you really are hopeless.
Farewell, milady. We must dash. We're expected at the summit. Wonderful. It's Tallinger. The captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there. Wonderful. It's Tellinger. Here's Tellinger, the artificer himself. Must it always take a crisis to pull you away from your toys, Telly?
Vanus, your robes smell of failed experiments and your words of failed wit.
Tell me, Telly, what Dwemer rubbish pit did you crawl out of this week?
You really must learn to respect your betters, old friend.
Do let me know when one happens by, won't you? I don't have the time or the energy, Tellinger, so I'll bid you good day. The captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there.
High King Emmerich of the Daggerfall Covenant. Queen Irene of the Old Merry Dominion. Yoren Skald King of the Ebonheart Pact.
We must put aside our differences and work together, or this assault is doomed from the start.
How do we know this isn't a ruse? A clever plan to divert our forces while your armies take the Imperial City.
I thought backstabbing was your favorite tactic, Emmerich.
Please, are you both so arrogant? Your weapons are children's toys compared to the horrors that Molag Bal commands.
I will not wager the future of my people on the word of a snow barbarian and an adolescent female. I fear for Tamriel's future if either of you were to sit upon the Ruby Throne.
Since when do you care about your people? You never lift a finger except to count your gold.
Please, my lords, this bickering is pointless.
What a waste of time.
Obstinate fools, both of you.
What a mess. Apologies, Vanus, but I'm going to check on my Lion Guard.
Intractable fools. Their pride will see us all dead.
We've served as the first line of defense against Molag Bal's invaders, destroying his dark anchors all across Tamriel. They've succeeded in reducing their ranks and leveling half of Cyrodiil. What do you think? Willing and able. But, like the Mages Guild, we are constrained by a non-interference pact. The alliances will only tolerate our presence in their realms if we remain neutral. Unless all 3 alliance leaders consent to it, our hands are bound.
This is going about as well as I expected, unfortunately. Even if we can get them to stop bickering, they'll never agree to send troops to Cold Harbor. That would leave Cyrodiil unprotected. An interesting idea.
I tried, but these thick-skulled bastards will not see reason. But what about the war in Cyrodiil? If I commit troops to this invasion, the Pact will be vastly outnumbered there. Wizards and mercenaries against the Daedric hordes. Without the Ebonheart Pact, they do not stand a chance. You make some sense after all. I will support this foolish plan if you can convince the others.
Yoren is being stubborn out of spite. He's your king. Can't you reason with him? Is there? What did you have in mind? Perhaps. But we don't know enough about Cold Harbor to fully understand what they'd be up against. Don't presume to think you can intimidate me. History will remember me as a bold and decisive leader who cared about her people. But you do have a point. If you can convince the others, we'll try your plan. Now, leave me in peace.
Your scald... That's more than I'm getting from them. What do you suggest? I don't doubt their commitment or their bravery. Arce's beard, you're a bold one.
Any luck? Or are they still at an impasse? I hope they come to their senses soon. We're going to lose the element of surprise. With very good reason. But the sooner they come to an agreement that... Does the air feel strange to you? That's odd. All of a sudden it feels like a storm is approaching. I have an ill feeling about this.
He has arrived. I can't.
Caldian! What's happening?
Go! Get away from me! Run!
These are the great leaders of Tamriel. Pathetic. But how convenient to have them gathered together in one place, so I can crush them like insects.
Molag Bal! Stay back, Countess!
The insects fight back! How amusing! And yet, so very sad. All of Nirn shall be mine.
Caldian!
Protect the leaders, defeat Molag Bal's minions, and close the unstable rifts.
Don't mind me.
I thought we were safe here, hidden from the enemy. The god... Agreed. There's no time to waste. We must take the fight to him. Yes, at the Iliad Well at the center of the island. After that terrible display of... Honored leaders! You have seen the face of our enemy! Molag Bal threatens every living being in Tamriel. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild have agreed to join forces to launch an assault on Cold Harbor!
Trust in us. Sanction our actions. Give us your blessings. We will not let you down.
Vanos is right. The guilds are our best and only choice. Send them to Cold Harbor.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with Emmerich.
As do I. It appears that much of the distrust between our alliances was sown and nurtured by the god of schemes.
Molag Bal thrives on deception and chaos. But if you'll forgive me, this alliance war is of your own making.
Countess Hakruba, gather the surviving members of both guilds in the Sturk interior. The champion and I will go there now to open the portal.
We'll be right behind you, Vanus.
The time has come, champion.
Let's go!
Stendar, protect us all! We're as ready as we shall ever be. Unfortunately, yes. It's difficult to predict. Everything's been prepared.
Hello, what's this? Survived then, have you? Jolly good. Jolly good. Rotten luck. Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuffed it. What bridge? Is there a dreadfully dull place, and a real eyesore, if you ask me. Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good. Welcome to the beautiful... I have the oddest feeling.
Very few would dare to enter the Prince of Murder's realm of their own choosing. Your action consists of equal parts bravery and stupidity. I think in this case, you may refer to me as the groundskeeper, one of the few survivors that remain. I tend to this city. The magic that protects these walls and keeps us safe. The city's original name no longer matters. Now it is a hollow city, waiting to be filled. A perfect place to begin an assault on Molag Bal. It could be. There is no safe... Watch. Long ago, this city existed in Nirn. It was alive and vibrant, and went by a different name. Its people were devoted to Prince Meridia, the Radiant One. They lived in peace and assumed themselves safe from any dangers. But Meridia has enemies, such as the despicable Molag Bal. The Prince of Murder sent minions from Cold Harbor to destroy her beloved city. The city's defenders did what they could, but they were no match for Molag Bal's forces. Everyone outside the walls was slaughtered, but the warriors and mages managed to seal the gates to protect those huddled within. As fortune would have it, the Ayleid King Lalorian Dainar was visiting the city. A skilled warrior and tactician, he quickly took command of the city's defenses. The Ayleid King single-handedly protected one of the gates. As he fought, he prayed for assistance, and his prayers were answered. Meridia felt compassion for her followers, but she also saw an opportunity. Molag Bal's open portal worked both ways. The time had come to take the battle to Cold Harbor. Meridia warded the city and pushed it into Cold Harbor. The city arrived intact, but many of its inhabitants were either killed or scattered by this realm's protective spells. Even the Ayleid King was captured. Still, Meridia had accomplished the impossible. She stabbed a dagger into Molag Bal's side. A portion of her realm was in his domain, and he could not touch it. The survivors lost faith, however. One by one, they left the safe confines of the city to try to return to Nirn. They were foolish, and they paid the price for rejecting Meridia's edicts. Meridia foresaw a day when an opportunity would arise. An overconfident Molag Bal. Champions from another plane. On that day, this city would become the focal point for the assault against the Lord of Schemes. I say that the day has finally
Is there something I can do?
The great mage, Vana Scalarian. This city shall serve you well again. I am your advisor. You must gather the... You shall require, as you see, go west. I recommend heading west.
Let's ride. Yeah.
You're a real live person, aren't you? I thought I was all alone out here. I bet you came from that city over there. I'm a project... The Majors... That's my thought. Is this working? Can you see me? I'll try to show you what's going on inside the library while you smash those lenses. Here goes. Did you see that? I'll make some adjustments while you search for the next lens.
Come and take us!
Light it up!
It's working. I switched the widgets with the gadgets, and that seemed to do the trick. Now let's see if I can get a view into the other part of the library.
Look! Intruders! I want that one over there. That one belongs to me.
Alright, I think I made the proper adjustments. Now, let's see if I can spot my brother.
Lady Laurent, we need to get out of here. This place is a trap. Young Raynor has already been caught in its spell.
Oh, Tallinger. Let's just stay here and die.
No! you'll make with that?
Send the blaze.
Хрен мне это дедрическое сердце.
Raynor! Raynor! He can't hear me. Why can't he hear me? Raynor! I can see Raynor through this observation window, but he can't hear me. It must be the spell. And I bet the spell didn't affect me because I'm not attuned to whatever catalyst controls the Magicka matrix. You know, the spell web. The spell seems to be... Sure, but then...
После того, как я с ней поговорил, типа, не засчиталось то, что я читал первое. Ну, блин, придется возвращаться, значит.
What can I do for you?
Oh, sorry. This book is so engrossing. I said I'm reading. I don't know what... Wait. I think so. I can... Thanks.
Right. I wouldn't know it, thank you.
I'm rather big. Would you like?
Can I help you with something?
I take it that you are the one who read my note. The spells I placed upon it alerted me that non-Daedra eyes examined the writing. I do hope that you are a member of the force from Tamriel. If so, I have something to show you. This vault contains a portal, and the power emanating from it is overwhelming. Something on the other side seems to pierce the veil of illusion that hangs over this ruined library. It's inconsequential. Whatever it is, it may serve a purpose in our battle against the Lord of Cold Harbor. If we can acquire it, then this excursion will not have been a complete waste of time. I have my suspicions, but enter the portal, because I don't... Once you get...
Lights of Meridia can free me from Molag Bal's bondage. Find them and bring them to me. Know that you may jump from here and rejoin your friends below. What power I still possess shall keep you safe.
Welcome back, my friend. Did you find it? Was I right? Was the source of power I sensed one of the fabled lights of Meridia? By the 8th, that crystal! It is... With Meridia's lights, we can... Once inside the...
Where in blazes is everyone? This should be the right spot.
I can do... I'm a wood elf. There was a lot of yelling.
Вау. Это невысоко было.
We try. What do I look like? Well, she isn't a guard. Wasn't just me. What do I look? Well, she isn't a guard. It's a prison.
739, охренеть.
Break those rocks. Take those
Gordo set up a
ditches.
rendezvous point in the north part of the pit. I'll see you
Because
there.
I want you to.
Gordo sent you, didn't he? Thank Tall Papa.
Go. Are my companions safe? Damn. Poor Gath was a good soldier. The key opens the path.
Hey, Aruz! I owe you one! For Borgath!
Grab the key. It's in that chest over there. I'll go back and check on the others. Meet me by the passage door.
Better be worth my time.
The Watchers are my eyes. Their payment is your tears.
You're exhausted. Pace yourself. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm well on my way.
Ah, mortal. You are a curious creature. You don't really expect me to answer that, do you, little mortal? Needless to say, it amuses me to bide my time here and observe your plight. No need to concern yourself about my safety, though, for the lesser Daedra will not harm me. Oh, yes! Watching them has been very entertaining. They struggle in a web they cannot see, and it makes me laugh. You mortals. So easy to manipulate, and so... No, little mortal, I am neither your jailer nor your tormentor. I am merely a disinterested observer who finds some tiny enjoyment in your predicament. Even if I cared to explain myself to you, I doubt that you would understand. The politics of Oblivion are much too convoluted for your primitive mortal mind to comprehend. I will not hinder you, dear mortal. Consider that to be help enough for now. Know this, however.
Spies! There are spies everywhere, and assassins! Scordo, he could be one of Oroc's assassins. You could be one of her spies. Never trust an orc, or a spy. Blessed Lucky. I just don't know who or what... That's what any competent spy would say. Wouldn't hurt to prove you're not an illusion, or a spy. Tell you what, My sword is back there with the Ogrims that attacked us. You get my sword for me and we'll talk. Meet me near Auroch's camp. This place, it does things to your mind. Auroch's...
That should come in handy. You wanted. I almost expected you to stab me with it, not hand it to me. Hard to trust anything in this place. But as you can see, we have a situation developing here. Auroch can barely refrain. Auroch says she can't stop the voices. Thank you for doing it.
Нифига тут, блин, протяжение. Одно маленькое падение и все. Да, эти посерьезнее.
Place. How do I know you aren't just a distraction, so Ioram? You killed Ifriz, Ioram. What else could there possibly be left to talk about?
Get a hold of yourself, Auroch. Ifriz isn't one of ours. He's the bastard that runs this place. You're being manipulated. Here's our roster. You won't find Ifriz on it.
Let me see that. I'm sure I knew him. Didn't I?
We need to figure a way to get out of this tower of lies.
Who's that? Is that a Dremora?
I grow weary of this situation. It's time to put an end to Ifriz's interference. You need to kill Ifriz. I need him dead. It seems we have a common goal to discuss.
Help from a Dremora?
We share a common problem, little mortal. It only makes sense that we work together. Do either of us have any other options? Ifriz created the barrier that blocks the way out of this prison. Eliminate Ifriz and the barrier collapses. But you must find Ifriz if you are going to kill him. How sweet of you to ask. Ifriz hides behind illusions. I have removed them. Ah, little mortal.
Would avail you nothing.
Well done, little mortal. You killed Ifriz, and I didn't have to lift a finger. Delightful. You and I
Shake it
will
off!
meet again.
You can do it!
I look forward to seeing what trouble you get into next.
Malakath's bloody mace, I feel so much better. That unbearable cloud of fear and confusion has finally lifted. I assume that this is your I figured. We started sending people through the portal as soon as the barrier collapsed. There's a city nearby. We saw it before we were captured. We're going to try to regroup there. Just making sure the straggler take a look at the
Kept your head.
You helped us get out of that terrible place. I won't forget that. You could have just taken care of your own business in there and left us to our fate. But you didn't.
Scordo, you're free. By Ifri, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
If you had half a brain in your head, you'd run and hide.
I'm really sorry, Scordo. I didn't mean to cause so much trouble.
You led an army of Daedra right toward us. You ignorant, scatterbrained, sorry excuse for a wood elf
I'll never
weakling.
do anything like that again. I promise.
Thanks again for your help.
Here. Here. Yeah. you stop summoning me!
Yeah.
You have come to Haj Uzith in its most desperate hour. Haj Uzith is a place out of time, an ancient Argonian settlement plucked from the Black Marsh and deposited into this dread realm. We know of your mission to Cold Harbor, and we would like to help. Divided over the fate of our history, but tradition demands that you pass our trials and prove your worth before I reveal all of our secrets.
Here. I told you, Zohaniel, we will not aid the outsider while our factions continue to argue about the fate of our beloved history.
The outsider has come, Anjin Saka, just as the history foretold. Perhaps now we can finally settle our disputes and do what is best for the Hist and for Nirn itself.
We shall see, Treeminder. We shall see.
Are you ready to help us, outsider? Will you undertake? There are 2 trials, each designed to prove your worth to one of the factions here in Haj Uzith. The trial of spirit and the trial of body. One shall test your... The trial of spirit is a test to prove your worth to the scholars of Haj Uzith. It shall challenge your mind and determine your strength of spirit. The trial of body is a test to prove your worth to Anjin Saka and his warrior faction. I'm sure it involves some kind of contest of strength, and by successfully completing the trials, you shall show... Do you wish to start the trial of spirit? This trial determines if your spirit can understand the spirit of my people. We cherish courage, which helps us take these amulets and speak to the people on 3 statues.
I see the trial of spirit has begun. I am a go-between. I negotiate interactions between my people's 2 factions, as well as with the other inhabitants of Cold. And which of Zohaniel's baubles do you think matches my daring nature? Thank you. I need to be brave and resolute to negotiate not only with my own people.
You must be here for the trial of spirit. Know that I am the Lord Master of Haj Uzith. I maintain the traditions, of course. And which amulet do you think best matches my venerable nature? Thank you. My role here is to preserve and pass on the traditions of my people so that each generation never forgets where we came from. Take the...
What do you want?
here for the trial of spirit, then know that I am but a humble farmer dealing with whatever this strange land throws at me so that I can provide food for my people. One of Zohaniel's neck. Thank you.
The temple appears as a nest disturbed. The dark elves swarm around it, seeming to busy themselves but accomplishing nothing.
The outsider returns. And was your trial of spirit good? That means you understand the spirit of my people. You must still complete the trial of body. Speak to Anjin Saka when you are ready to begin. You have proven yourself, as I knew you would.
You have completed. Know that our arrangement with Moloch Ball prohibits us from interfering with the Dremora who collect sap from the Hist. You, however, are under no such... It has everything to do with the trial. It is the trial. Beneath the North Pyramid, Dremora gather sap from the Hist into great vats. They use treated wood to heat the sap and refine it, drawing forth its magical essence. Demonstrate your strength and physical...
They made their choices. So be it. How can I help? see it take you! Taste our steel!
The outs. Nothing. Then the time. If you settle, the warriors believe that the history must survive. No. I knew you had more sense than those scum.
You have completed our trials, outsider. Now we ask you to settle our long debate. Will you side with the scholars? You disappoint me, outsider. Still, your conviction and certainty serve you well. So be it. The scholars will...
I saw what you did, outsider. Your convictions must be powerful indeed. You made the right choice, outsider. Life must...
Courage brings victory. Come and take us!
Molat Bao will reward me when I add you to his army.
Ладно, блин, буду убивать вас. Заколебали.
The day is ours.
Тут по-любому где-то должен быть и кристалл. Вот он. Значит, тут не один этаж.
Look! Intruders! I want that one over there. That one belongs to me.
Oblivion, take you!
Да срать я хотел на ваш Обливион. Чё, застрял? Дурак.
You look like a sturdy one. Should I treat you to my whip or my rifle?
Так, подожди, у меня же был еще один тяжелый мне давали.
Put down your weapons. You can do better things to do than fight.
Черти, и вы здесь.
You look like a sturdy one. Should I treat you to my whip or my riding crop?
Put down your weapons. We can think of better things to do than fight, can't we?
Look! Intruders! I want that one. Darn it! Intruders! I want that one over there. That one belongs to me.
like a sturdy one. Should I treat you to my whip or my riding crop?
Такая довольно-таки небольшая карта. Точнее, тут карта-то большая, заданий немного. Но сразу сюжетка. Вот так вот. Видимо, этот рюкзак бросили здесь, когда лагерь был оставлен. Нужно обыскать рюкзак. В рюкзаке лежит немного сушеного мяса, несколько ломтиков фруктов и горстка корнеплодов. Еще в нем нашлось кольцо с печаткой, которая, судя по всему, принадлежит кому-то из гильдии бойцов. Нужно смотреть и попытаться понять, что случилось с членами гильдии бойцов. Кто захочет, почитает.
This is a great area for harvesting.
These swords, they must be a clue. Now where did those fools run off to? These poor creatures. Just by Ifra's hairy feet. You outsiders just keep showing up. You and everyone else in this forest, it seems. My clan has already declared your allies to be trespassers. You don't want to know what we do to trespassers. The Shadow Walkers will catch them. They always do.
Huzzah!
By Ifra's hairy... Have you noticed? Keep your eyes open and your weapon ready. The shadows here are not your friend.
А, так книжечка исчезла. Я понял.
There's always something new to learn.
More outsiders. Show them the penalty for entering the Moonless Walk. You need to be alive. You have to be. I need you to help me. I didn't do it. I swear. He was like this when I found him. Poor soldier. He didn't have to die. At least the Khajiit got away. How long can he manage to survive, though? I don't know. Because we made a stupid deal long time ago. We became the guardians of this forest in exchange for power and immortality. But look at the cost. Now the Shadow Walkers hunt anyone who dare sets foot in these woods. There might still be a way to save the other soldier, the Khajiit. But you need to trust me. I won't oppose my clan directly. They're my family. If I can help you find your friend, I just want to make sure no one else gets hurt. The Shadow Walkers use runners to search the forest, but you'll never see them. They become one with the shadows, all but invisible when the clan is on. You need to collect the bark of a Spriggan. The bark. Your friend is out. My clan is ancient. According to the stories, the Daedric Prince unleashed his...
Вот, сприты. Вот еще один.
For glory!
Да не пробьешь ты меня.
Did you get the bark? We don't have much time. Just scrape a bit off the top. Well, it allows you to touch the bark to...
Always ready to help.
Why are the creatures acting so strangely today? the cat, Snake, and we'll end your
Leave the
life quickly.
outsider alone, Warm Blood. Come, outsider. While they're distracted, we shall find a safe place.
Nice haul.
I will help the sheep elf.
This one, we heard voice. A safe haven. When we were... Camo never saw. As far as I can tell, the little Camo never saw. Well, the friendlies.
I know you can't forgive my clan for what it's done, but they adhere to an ancient problem. You have to help me convince my clan to break this ages-old agreement. We've guarded these woods and that cursed tower. Like me, you've been at those monsters. We've been at war with them for ages. My people will never listen to you if you take their side. The Shadow Walkers... I knew you would help me. I'll show you how to get into the town. In order to help my people, I don't want to get... Sorry I was delayed. It was harder to get rid of Zignith than I thought it would be. Now, what were we talking about? To really make an impression. Maybe. That's it.
Will be ours.
The champion is dead. Let's return to the camp where your friend was killed. There's a portal stone there that we can use to reach the council.
So this is the outsider that Thoronil has been dragging around the forest. Interesting. You're lucky out.
You did.
I like you. Come. You're lucky, outsider. The only thing keeping me from sticking my knife in you right now is our code. But if you think I'm going to help you, think again.
You dare challenge me? You test my peep.
I like you. Come.
I wasn't expecting any of the Shadow Walkers to be here. They haven't attacked yet, so that's a good sign. Just don't do anything to make them nervous, all right? Well, I told you that. You stay here. I'll return shortly. You'll be safe here, I promise.
Faranil is like a sister to me. I hope I don't live to... You're lucky, outsider. I like your company.
You don't. I'm not.
I don't remember the. We get to see bright skies and.
Good news. The Council has agreed to meet with you. The Council will see you, but this won't be easy. Dealing with the Council can be tricky. You can't fail.
This is a great privilege allowing you to stand here. Never before has an outsider been permitted to set foot on this platform. Yes, we have sworn to protect the passage that leads to the tower known as the Lightless Oubliette. In exchange, we have been given the gift of shadow walking. When our contract is fulfilled, the Daedric Prince shall send us back to Valenwood. You are a guest of this council and you insult me? I will not abide such disrespect, outsider. Now tell me, why do you believe that... So you say, but your words carry an insolence and a rudeness I must consider as well. I shall think about...
Spew forth your... That annoying Faranil has convinced you of her fables, hasn't she? I tire of this old argument. But you did perform an honor deed. I shall give you one chance to convince me that we are being duped. Go ahead. I do not give a damn about your respect. What does the opinion of an outsider matter to me? I just want the truth. I have listened to your words as the honor deed demanded. Now go...
You have accomplished much, outsider. You must understand. To simply accept the word of an outsider, to turn our backs on everything we believe. You ask much, stranger. Still, Faranil has been insistent about the very same concern. Tell me something to sway my opinion. This news disturbs me. Thank you.
You poor child. Dealing with those disgusting lamias as you navigated the moon. Such terrible news. But how can I know that what you say is true? It makes no sense. Why would Molag Bal destroy our beautiful and beloved Valenwood? The poor animals that roam the Valenwood.
We have heard enough. Use the portal and return to my daughter...
You're back. Tell me everything. Did it go well? Were you able to... Of course they are. That's what the council does. Sometimes. Of course you did. I know you did.
Outsider, step forth and hear... The council has discussed what you told us. Debated your words from every angle. Even drew upon Faranil's arguments from past meetings. Understand that we did not reach our decision lightly. The Council can no longer ignore the truth happening around us. For too long we obeyed our vows and waited for a reward that will never be granted. Should we continue on our path, even after Valenwood is destroyed? It means that your argument has convinced us.
What did my father say? Did you convince them? Yes, you did it. You really did it. I've tried for so long to convince them, and now we can finally leave this wretched place. I can look upon a real sky when the council finally makes...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bring the crystal with you. You will need it to free me from my bonds. I have waited for centuries. And waited and waited. The Radiant One knows many things. She knew that one day the city she plunged into Cold Harbor would serve her purpose. At first, she thought I would fulfill that prophecy. Have no fear. I knew you were the one. You made it this far. Molag Bal, bring the light. You made it this... to reach me.
Did you need something?
Enter the frozen alcove and collect the flame shadow crystal. Then...
Attack! You're paralyzed. Don't think. Move. Courage brings victory. What can I do for you?
Enter the library and collect the Mind Shadow Crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance.
Use a stamina potion.
Enter the garden and collect the life shadow crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance.
Кровососы долбаные.
Let's go.
Let's go, ты не видишь, я пытаюсь. Блин, у меня спина болит. Че, камол выпить, что ли? Ой, как долгие. Закрытый даже. Oh, but you diffuse.
Is there something I can...
Well done, my friend. Now, enter the oubliette and set me free.
А теперь можно и покурить уже. Все.
You have done well to make it this far. But there is still more to do to set me free.
Always ready to help. How can I help? Can I help you with something? Did you need something?
Long agreed.
Быстрее иди, или ноги отказали за время.
This portal leads to the Hollow City. We shall talk again when we are safely inside its walls.
Отнесу задание. И на сегодня все. Завтра обязательно продолжим.
I have barely set foot within these. I must take stock of our assets and resources. It is good to be back in this ancient soldiers.
Спасибо, что были со мной. Это канал Shadow Game. С вами был Фриск. До скорой встречи. Всех благ. Миру мир.